managing our emotions effectively. Tell me one person in the world that hasn't struggled with this. I'd love to interview them. It is one of the trickiest aspects in many ways because knowing the theory of it, which I could probably say in 2 minutes, and being able to put this in practice, there's a huge gap. The theory basically says, first of all, understand your emotions. Know where it's coming from. What triggered it? Maybe sometimes it's just you're sleep deprived. Other times it brings back a specific memory. It touches on a value that's important for you. Looking what triggers them, understanding. Number 2, accepting. This is the one I struggled with personally the most. If I felt any sort of emotion that I would label negative, I'd reject it. No, I always want to be in peak state. Tony Robbins, peak state, peak state. Sometimes life doesn't work that way. So accepting that we're going through a small phase of anger, frustration, sadness, that's okay. But the idea is then being able to move on. It's fine to stay in that for the right amount of time. And this is also tricky. What's the right amount of time? Well, that depends what happened. You need to decide if that element is worth you being sad for half a day, a year. It depends. And also, how much do you want to stay in that emotion? Because maybe it's something tremendously sad and you could be feeling sad for 10 years, but do you want to stay in that? So understanding, accepting, and then having a process for moving on, changing the emotion. This is specifically useful if you're going through, let's say, a very frustrating day. First, you realize, okay, I'm feeling frustrated because I'm waiting for a response from this person. Understanding. Accepting. I accept, I know this is a trigger because this used to happen in the past and it triggers this emotion in me. Accept. And then, okay, I don't really want to stay frustrated all day because this impacts everything else in my business. So instead, how do I want to feel? And how do I let go of that frustration? And things like breathing. I know you've heard it before, but you need to do it. This is the thing. Hearing this won't do anything, it's doing it. Breathing, meditation, maybe journaling about it, brain dumping it, maybe talking with someone, a friend, or seeing a counselor or a therapist if it's something bigger than mild frustration. Having processes in place. Now, what happens is a lot of the time we don't look at our emotions. A lot of the time we just let them rule the day. Oh, I was in a bad mood. It carried me with its wave all day long. Why? Do you have to stay in a bad mood all day? Do you want to? What would your day look like if you were able to snap out of it? Once more, this doesn't mean not accepting your emotions. There's a place and time for that. But does it have to be all day? This is what happens. Most people aren't introspective enough. They don't pause and stop and think, how am I feeling? Do I want to feel this way? Why am I feeling this way? How can I move on and feel differently? And looking at generating the emotions you actually want in your life. If you want to feel more passionate, if you want to feel more excited, look, nothing is happening. I'm in my office all alone and I could generate that energy. Not being reliant so much on external things and be able to tap into it internally. You can, everyone can. The emotion is within you. It has a certain physiology, has a certain way of representing itself inside you. If you want to feel that way, you can. You can use memories, you can use visualizations, you can use sentences, or you can just simply smile and laugh. And that it might just come on its own. Seriously. It sounds crazy, but this is it. Emotions, weird, complex world here, but they are fantastic. So looking at how are you managing them up till now, what could you change and put in place? And which emotions you want to feel every single day. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know in the comments, how do you manage your emotions and what emotions are you going to start generating more and more and more every day as a consequence of watching this video.